Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. We have a very special guest today. You know him. You love him. He played the Gonk droid on Cloud City. Welcome, our special guest, Logan.
Gonk.
Gonk. We looked up me and Nate looked up the height of a Gonk droid. So your listed height is now, what is it? 3.3 meters?
3.3 feet. It's lore
Oh,
accurate.
sorry.
I was about to say I gotta a little bit if I'm 3.3 meters.
Yeah, that's a gross.
I was gonna say 3.3 meters. I feel like
Like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
No, lore accurate Logan.
Lore accurate Logan height.
9 feet tall. Yeah.
All right, but today we are talking about the best Star Wars movie, right, Nate?
Second.
Of course.
I'd say.
I don't know.
I'd still say second.
I haven't actually seen this movie, so I don't know.
The Michael Jordan of Star Wars movies, the second best.
Am I gonna have to make the caption for this episode Nate's first time watching Star Wars?
Give up the gimmick, bro.
Hey, it worked. We got an 100 view video, so the clickbait worked at least a little bit.
I have a confession to make about that.
Mayhaps.
I think about 85 of those views are probably from me.
Well, the other, what would that be, 16 are probably me. Ugh. I won't let this channel die, damn it.
We were riding a high from one video and it just immediately plummeted.
Yeah. Viewer retention rate's looking better on
Yeah, because I'm just looping the video on mute and walking away from it.
Damn. Alright, yeah. Kill my aspirations, why don't you?
You gotta
guys, we're joking. Those are all like completely real views. We would never.
Most of the likes are me with my 35 different emails.
Based.
Then why is there only 6 likes?
Wait, come on, use the other 28.
Sorry, those personalities didn't like it that much.
No, that was some pretty quick math. Granted, it was also wrong, but it was still pretty quick math.
It would be 7, right?
Yeah.
What,
7 likes, 28.
29.
I said 6 likes. Yeah, 29.
Oh, I thought you said 7 likes.
There might be 7 likes on it now. I don't know.
You and I just throw out a number is almost right.
I said it's that northern education.
I know you.
Oh, it's at 8 likes. Wow.
I also really didn't want to record tonight because I'm running off like 5 hours of sleep right now. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but we get to talk about Empire Strikes Back. How many of us actually watched the movie this week?
Freaking nobody.
I did.
I didn't watch it this week, but I've watched it enough in my life that everything's just etched in my brain.
Yeah. That's how I am.
I watched half of it last night.
You didn't even finish it?
I mean, at that point, if you're gonna sit down and watch Empire, finish it, bro.
Yeah, you get to the best parts of Empire.
I know. I was watching it with my stepdad before family dinner, and then we had dinner, and we don't have the TV on at dinner, and then I went to go drive around, and then got home at like 1 a.m., so I didn't finish it.
Bro stopped Empire before all the best parts of Empire.
I know.
So guys, I've never seen this movie before, so it's my second. So now we're on the second of the Star Wars trilogy, and the first one was pretty cool, but in this one, I didn't like the graphic male nudity again, especially when I saw Yoda just do a strip tease for a second for Luke. That was a weird moment.
Yeah, I thought it was really weird that they used a green Jolly Rancher as the prop to imitate.
When Yoda whipped it out, I didn't realize that his was going to be bigger than mine.
Yeah, I don't know. Yoda, like, he wasn't. I don't know how he kept Yaddle entertained all those years with that green Jolly Rancher.
Yaddle. I just found out very recently that apparently Count Dooku killed Yaddle in between Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones.
Really?
Yeah,
it's an episode about it in Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's what it is. Tales of the Jedi.
It's like the first episode.
I haven't actually watched the show because I don't care about anything Disney's putting out.
Well, I was gonna care about that Lando show until Nate dashed my dreams until Nate got canceled.
Yeah, it got canceled like over a year ago.
Well, I saw it on the Instagram post like 2 weeks ago. So.
All right, Nate. Let's do the episode.
So Noah's never seen The Empire Strikes Back. So let me break it down for him. So, The Empire Strikes Back is a 1980 American epic space opera, directed by Irving Kershner from a screenplay by Lee Brackett and Lawrence Kasdan, based on a story by George Lucas. The sequel to Star Wars, 1977. It is the second film in the Star Wars film series and the fifth chronological chapter of the Skywalker saga. Are you guys just gonna let me keep going?
Yeah. I'm
just wondering why he didn't watch it.
I'm gonna leave you out to dry. You did it to me last week, so this is your bit now, buddy. Keep going.
All right. Set 3 years after the events of the Star Wars film, the film recounts the battle between the malevolent Galactic Empire, led by the Emperor, and the Rebel Alliance, led by Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. As the Empire goes on the offensive. All right. How did we do this last week? Did we go right into the changes in the special edition?
Yeah, but this one, Nate, stop piggybacking off of other people for your success.
Yeah.
This movie is by far the least
special edition. I watched the original version.
No, guys, here is why I talked about the special edition so much, because they fucked up my favorite Star Wars movie of all time, and I went through great lengths to finally find the original version of it, and I just had to express my happiness for that while talking about special editions. And also I talked about the actual movie quite a bit. And then Nate pulled up some stuff and yapped about special editions a lot too. So
the special editions, I don't want to say they ruin A New Hope, because A New Hope's still like a phenomenal movie, obviously, but they butcher that movie. The special edition changes for Empire are far more minor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they keep like Muppet Yoda and everything on it. And they don't turn him into CGI.
Oh, if they turned Yoda into CGI, I would hate this movie.
I think that would be way too hard to do in this.
I mean, he's CGI in the prequels.
Yeah, but
he's just
in
Phantom Menace. He was puppet in Phantom Menace.
When they changed him to CGI in the Phantom Menace after they updated it on like some other DVD release or whatever, he's literally just sitting in a chair that whole movie, so it's pretty easy to switch that to CGI, rather than when he's moving around a lot more here in Empire.
And I think that was updated in like 2007 too.
Yeah.
Yeah. His Return of the Jedi CGI is actually not that bad.
Yeah, because he's just standing there or sitting there.
He has a fight in that movie.
In Return of the Jedi?
You mean Revenge of the Sith?
We're talking about Return of the Jedi for CGI.
Sorry, I'm a fucking idiot. My brain.
All he does in Return of the Jedi is lay in a bed and roll over and die.
Yeah, he fucking dies.
To Obi-Wan.
All right, let me talk. Fuck. My brain said the right thing. My mouth said the wrong thing. I meant to say Revenge of the Sith.
I got what you're saying. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Revenge of the Sith CGI isn't that bad. Attack of the Clones is kind of rough, but his Revenge.
I mean, even in Attack of the Clones, Yoda was done well. It's just all the other stuff wasn't that good.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad in the prequels. I think the only bad CGI really in the prequels is made the Attack of the Clones. How I didn't think the clone troopers looked that good when they were CGI'd in that movie.
Yeah, why the hell? They had such a big budget, and they were so lazy to make the clone troopers CGI. I hated that.
Or
and the
in
problem,
Revenge of the Sith when their bodies are CGI, but they just put Tamara Morrison's head on top of a CGI body.
yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
looks bad too.
You see prequel behind the scenes, and it's like the actors just in a freaking green or blue room with like barely anything else. That must have been hell to try and
Yeah,
act in
it looks like a college student's like final
His thesis
project.
film.
that.
It makes no sense either because they had Tamara Morrison on set. Like they could have just had
Yeah.
him be a clone.
Dude, literally just
Yeah,
like put it in a freaking clone different armor and all that. But they couldn't
it's
get clone armor, I guess.
it's literally not that hard. Literally,
They literally
just
did it in these original movies with way less of a budget, especially the first one with way less of a budget.
Yeah. Anyways,
I need to look something up so I don't butcher this joke. I'm so sorry.
oh, it's fine. We'll wait.
But as
Yeah.
far as like the Empire Strikes Back, I like the special edition better just because how they put E. McDermott in instead of having
Yes.
a monkey play
Yeah,
the Emperor.
that is
See,
that is a good change.
yeah, this is the only special edition that if you put it on, I will watch it. If you put on a
Mhm.
special edition for first one or Return of the Jedi, I'm turning that shit off.
I'll watch the Return of the Jedi special edition, even
No,
though it has
I
that
won't. I won't.
Job of the Hutt.
I mean, I
Oh,
watched them all special edition because that's what they have on Disney Plus, and that's how I watch Star Wars these days.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, well,
let Noah put you on.
he's
They
not
have the
woke like me.
Disney Plus has the gold mine of what is it, McClunky? They got McClunky on Disney
Oh
Plus.
my gosh, that's the worst.
McClunky.
My Clanky. When the fuck did Disney Plus add that? Is that like when it
No,
got
Yes.
added?
that was
No, Disney Plus added that. That
no, that
wasn't a
was an
thing
addition
until the
in
Disney.
29.
What?
That was in
Why
2019.
so
They released that before Disney.
so that
Yeah,
wasn't
and that's
even
the
so George
2019
didn't even
is
put that
the
in.
2019 is the special edition that was made for Disney Plus.
Was that made
Oh my
specifically
gosh.
for Disney? That's so stupid. I hate that so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's when Disney Plus was launched. 2019.
Who's McClunky supposed to be?
That's what
I don't
Greedo
know.
says
It's
before he
it's
gets
what
That's
Greedo
what
shot.
says.
Greedo says. Yeah.
The
In Disney
the
Plus edition.
funniest thing is
Okay.
I was watching that scene because I saw all the comparisons. And when any other word that Greedo says is in the bottom in subtitles in English except McClunky. So that means nobody knows what the fuck that word means.
I really
He
want
didn't
to
even
know
know
what
what he was
McClunky
saying.
means.
He just made up a word.
He's describing George Lucas dialogue.
Apparently, according
Oh,
to
hey,
George
George
Lucas,
didn't add that though, apparently.
according to George Lucas, McClunky means this will be the end of you.
Oh, never mind. Oh, why didn't
That's
they
not
put
even
that
the
in
right amount of
subtitles?
words, George. Fuck.
George
It's
Lucas
slang.
moment. Ryan,
Why
have
did
you?
Disney
George,
never release the actual original editions though on their Disney Plus platform? Like they could have like here's a special edition, then here's original, whatever you want to watch.
Disney can
because
make
that would make
But
Star
so
Wars
much
fans
money.
happy, and Disney Plus doesn't like to do that.
Disney can make so much money if they re-release the original versions of the original trilogy.
no, they probably
Mhm.
botched them though. I'm not gonna lie. They probably like somehow mess them up.
Yeah,
Just
probably. What's
re-released
up,
them.
Nate? What were you gonna say,
Or
Nate?
just they were just having shitty ass quality or something.
How does Disney fumble so badly when it comes to Star Wars?
I do think I hope when they do a re-release for the 50th year, I hope it's the original one.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's gonna
If
be
I
the
got
But it won't
hyper
be there.
special edition.
They're gonna make some new
yeah,
special edition with some other crappy CGI.
yeah. We're
They're
gonna
gonna make
replace
They're gonna add
we're gonna replace
a few
all the
minorities in
stormtroopers
there
with
for
CGI.
representation.
Yeah,
They're,
Luke
they're
they're
gonna make
gonna
Skywalker
Han
have
is gonna be
Solo
an Asian woman.
lesbian.
Yeah, they're gonna have a scene with some lesbians making out in the background somewhere.
they're gonna
No, they're just
have
gonna
Mark
turn.
Hamill come in and re-record all of his dialogue and dub it over. Real thing they
They're
did
gonna
for the
have
first special edition, by the way.
Yeah,
wait, really?
Not Mark
yeah,
Hamill,
with
but Aunt Beru.
yeah, they just
Oh yeah, I
changed
thought
Aunt Beru's actress because George
yeah.
Lucas hated it so much.
But then they changed it back later on, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yes,
had
they
to
did.
because they made no
Oh.
effort to try to audio sync it, so it was just dubbed over terribly.
Yeah.
And that is the worst, what I think is probably the only bad special edition change in episode 5 has been retroactively fixed and doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, which
Oh,
one?
Which
Luke
is
yelling after.
Oh, it was
it's
when
when
they changed the Emperor to Ian
Yeah.
McDermott.
Mhm.
They had like really bad audio sync for that as well.
That's not the change I'm talking about though.
No. It's when Luke falls down and they
Yes,
added the
it's
Emperor
when Luke
scream
falls and
for some
it's when
reason.
Luke makes his heroic sacrifice and then starts screaming like a little bitch for some
No.
reason on the way
And
down.
it's the Emperor. It's not even his scream. They didn't even like record like a new scream from Luke. It was the Emperor's scream when he fell down in Return of the Jedi to
Oh
his death.
yeah, what?
Is it really? I didn't even
Yes,
notice
it
that part.
It
I
is.
never would notice that if you never pointed it out.
This is my ball knowledge of the special editions, especially from A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. Like it's, I gotta look up Empire ones now because I'm not too knowledgeable in this.
There's only 5 major ones based off the same article I was looking at last week.
They made Cloud City more vibrant. They changed
Oh
it
yeah.
to Ian McDermott. They made
Yeah.
I
Luke
guess it's just
scream, and then they
there's
did
not that
stuff with
many
Bob.
changes.
No,
Yeah.
there isn't.
No.
The first major change was when they added the close-up shots on the Wampa, which I think's fine.
Which is
Yeah,
a good
it's cool.
change.
Then the hologram.
Mhm. Good change as well.
Changing Boba Fett's voice actor, which I don't really care.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I don't think it's bad.
They don't need to do that, but it's like,
No, I don't like
like nobody's gonna be like, oh my gosh, why does Boba Fett not sound like all the clones? No, like
If
I-
if that's the worst special edition change we get, that's fine. You know?
yeah.
no. But see, okay, here's my whole thing that I thought about with the special editions, where it's like, specifically when they update the VFX, is like sometimes it'll be a better change and make like with the ships and stuff, or like stuff in Cloud City, it might
Mhm.
low-key look better or make things more dynamic. But I still don't really like to watch that because it's like it kind of just takes away the value of the work they did back in 1970, 80, whatever for these films. And it's like I'm not watching stuff that was actually created when the film came out. I'm still watching stuff that they updated like 20 years later for some reason. Like
That's true.
so that's why I just like watching the original ones, even if like some of the effect shots don't hold up as well.
Thankfully, I own the original VHS recording of this movie.
That's
Yeah,
I
I
wish
had
I had it.
Download on my computer.
I had a set. I bought it before Disney bought Star Wars. It was the first 6, and for the original trilogy, it had the special edition and the originals in it.
Oh
No.
yeah,
And
I remember. I had the same.
I
I
don't
had
have
those
it.
too.
I don't have it
DVD.
with me. It's at my parents' house.
Nate lost his in the Great Fire of whenever
Of 21.
Sad.
21.
No, it's sitting in a fucking box in my parents' garage right now.
Funny enough, that's exactly where I'm sitting currently recording this. I'm
Hell
actually
yeah.
right next to the box set.
Nice. I don't hate the change to make it Tamara Morrison. I don't personally like the fact that they're erasing the original actor pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who cares? He's old and dead anyway.
Damn.
Yeah, I like that change because I mean that's the guy that played it in the prequels. So it makes it feel like
I mean, it makes it
that.
it makes sense from a continuity standpoint. Like I personally don't like the fact that they're erasing Jason Wingreen.
Yeah, I just like it because I'm a big lore nerd.
Big lore guy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Cloud City shots, they just changed the white walls to windows, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah. Again, it's whatever.
And then
I'm not
apparently
gonna
they
cry.
changed the ending.
They made the special edition made Darth Vader Luke's father.
Wait a second. In the original version, I found this out when watching the despecialized edition. Vader is not Luke's father.
What?
They
It
did this
is.
to
Vader's his
match it up
mother.
with the prequels.
They did it to match it with the prequels.
Vader was actually the first trans icon, and he's actually Luke's mother.
What?
Cut that part out because you'll give Disney some ideas for the 50th anniversary.
Oh no.
In 2030, when it's the 50th anniversary of Empire, that's gonna make
Oh,
my
no.
dad sound old.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure. By the way, shout out Matt Fink. He said he'd get on a Raging Bull episode one day.
So fire.
I'm
When
pretty sure.
you saw Raging Bull at like 8 years old for the first time.
We can get the explanation from
Yes.
the man himself.
You know what his explanation is gonna be? I was drinking a
It's a good
beer. I don't
movie.
remember
W
his explanation. He's probably gonna say it was on TNT after an episode of Bar Rescue came on, and I just let him watch it.
That's so funny.
While we're eating our fucking DiGiorno pizza, watching Bar Rescue. Oh, those were the days. But anyways, I think the first movie Matt Fink ever saw in theaters was Empire Strikes Back.
Nice.
He was a little bit too young for A New Hope, but I think it was either Empire or Return of the Jedi was the first movie he saw in theaters. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Empire, which is why he had the VHS.
Either way, it's Star Wars, so.
Yes.
Yeah. Allegedly, they changed the ending. George Lucas added 3 exterior shots to clarify that Lando and Chewbacca were on the Millennium Falcon, apparently, because that was such a ginormous change that needed to happen.
No, I thought it was flying itself.
Like, what the
fuck? Yeah, George Lucas. I think that the only other 2 guys who know how to fly the Millennium Falcon are the ones flying the Millennium Falcon. Thanks, George Lucas.
And then it also says in the 1997 edition, a line of Vader's dialogue was replaced, and a shot of his shuttle landing in his Star Destroyer was instead inserted into the sequence.
This the Vader line change, this was like the most pointless change ever, and it's something that I shouldn't be mad at, but I'm gonna be mad at it anyway, because it's right after fighting with Luke, and Luke decides to try and kill himself rather than joining Vader. And so it's just the line delivery when he says "Bring my shuttle." You can tell he's pissed off after that, but then they change it to some like normal ass line where he's not even like doesn't even seem bothered at all by it. It's something small, but it's like why? It was such a great line delivery the first time, and then you just change it to some normal ass line.
It says in this article, yet another addition that answers a question no one had.
But also, I think this that specific scene is really interesting because it has to be. It's either this or I think Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, one of those fucking old ass Disney movies. Whichever one has who's the fairest of them all. I think that's Snow White.
Yeah, that's right.
This has to be probably the most misquoted line in a movie ever.
Oh,
People always say,
Luke, I am your father.
He never
said, Luke, I'm your father. He says, no, I'm your father.
No.
And I've been guilty of misquoting that plenty of times. Like myself.
Yeah.
No.
Noob.
Imagine.
No,
it
can't be.
It was always,
Impossible.
no, I am your father.
No.
Also,
No,
can you appreciate how much they stepped up
What
the
do you
lightsaber
mean,
choreography?
no?
The lightsaber choreography, yeah. It's like it improves tenfold.
Oh my gosh. Like, no, okay, the problem was though, the first one is like the lightsabers were so fragile in the first one that like if they even tried to like actually clash them, like they would just break. Like they could barely even touch without
Mhm.
breaking it, and it's two old ass motherfuckers going at it here. Like
Yeah, but that
it's
same
Alec.
one of those old ass motherfuckers went up against Luke and did just fine.
Yeah, and that
Hold
old
up,
ass
is it the same person? That's true, but also it's Alec freaking Guinness
Watch
who is
the
like
the
60.
edited scene on YouTube for that now. That's my new headcanon for it.
Oh, the
Oh
that's
yeah,
such a
yeah.
good
the
video.
the thick one.
The
Yeah,
the scene 38.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's a thick scene.
Yeah.
That's my new headcanon for that.
You know, the lightsaber choreography and I like even tenfold feels like too low. It improved like 1,000-fold.
Mhm. I will say the crazy thing is like I know he doesn't look it because Alec Guinness is so much older than the age he's supposed to be. But
Yeah.
like in that scene, Darth Vader's supposed to be, I think, 41,
Yeah, like
and Obi-Wan's supposed to be 57.
yeah, like
Like
Yeah.
those are their exact ages. Because Obi-Wan, Vader might be wrong off because that one's off the top of my head. But Obi-Wan, I know for a fact, is born in 57 BBY.
I think he's 45.
Vader was 45 in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, so he would have
He's
been
46 in
what?
Return of
So
the Jedi.
about like 40, 41 on
He's
that.
46 in
20
Return
years
of the
as
Jedi.
Anakin and 23 years as Vader. He was 46 when he died.
Is that true?
Mm.
Yeah,
So he
like
would have been what?
so
44 in
basically his
Empire.
life was split half and half in time wise between Anakin and Vader.
I forget. Is the gap between Empire and Return? It's a year, right?
Between Empire and Return, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Between A New Hope and Empire's 3, I think.
Hmm.
Yes. So you would have been 42.
42, 43, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's like LeBron's age.
We literally got LeBron versus Jordan on the Death Star.
No, but like we mentioned Obi-Wan was what? We said 57. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's
he's
like
56
57.
BBY.
it felt the fight felt like an 80-year-old versus a 70-year-old. It's just like Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader and the big what year is A New Hope taking place in?
A New Hope is
Uh,
0 BBY
0 BBY.
or 1
Oh
ABY.
yeah. Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader and the big zero BBY.
No, but we bring up Obi-Wan's age. Qui-Gon was 60 when he fought Darth Maul.
He
Dang.
doesn't look.
Qui-Gon didn't spend a third of his life on a
Yeah.
planet with two suns.
Qui-Gon was getting absolutely roasted by two suns on a desert for fucking 20 years or whatever it was.
That's why in A New Hope, 19-year-old Luke looks like he's 30.
Yeah.
Because he's getting roasted by two suns.
Dude, he's literally like in an oven just getting baked for 20 years.
That's it, the Force didn't kill him in the Last Jedi. It was all the skin cancer.
It was
Yeah. The perpetual sunburn, like he never knew a life without just being sunburned in constant agony and despair. Sunscreen doesn't even work on Tatooine.
Oh my lord. I can't believe people actually lived on Tatooine and just chose to stay there.
Nobody chose to stay there. They just couldn't get off.
That's the equivalent
Like,
to
why would you
choosing to live
even?
in LA in the big 2025.
Why would
The
people
planet
even
of doom and
settle there
despair.
when you have to farm water?
And we have to
Yeah.
farm water on bro. You're on a desert. It's at 120 degrees every day. Like, it's hell. It's probably even worse than Tatooine. Like the place where they actually like filmed and stuff. It was in Africa and all that. And it's like when they were filming, it's like 110 degrees, 115 or some shit. In the planet Tatooine, like in canon, was probably like what do we think, like 140? Because two suns, like
Yeah. Well, I mean that's just the. It's probably more than that because 140 is
yeah,
just like a normal Tuesday in Phoenix.
Kit Kat. Okay. You're probably
Yeah.
slightly exaggerating.
It says,
Yes.
so I did Google it, and the average temperature during the day on Tatooine was 130 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's literally just a hot day in Phoenix. Like, dead out.
Hold up.
It is actually.
We had last summer, we had 13 days straight of over 120.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
I remember.
the Tatooine stuff is was filmed in Tunisia.
Yeah,
So let's look
Tunisia.
up temperatures there.
Yeah, but if you look up the temperatures in Tunisia, you're not accounting for the second sun. Because as
Yeah.
far as I know, and I could be wrong, I've never been there, I think Tunisia only has one sun.
You think? Are you sure?
I think so. I've never been there, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
I think you're wrong. I know
summer,
because I'm fucking son.
in the summer, Tunisia it averages between 86 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay,
that's
but like
maybe we can ask.
that's not in the desert. I'm trying to look up like in the desert because
Maybe we can ask Kais
I know
Said,
the desert's
which is
bad.
the president of Tunisia, which sounds like a Star Wars name.
All right, it says in the summer, usually between 104 and 129.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
Yeah, it's hot as fuck.
Yeah, so that's literally just Phoenix.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I got this. So, during the filming of Star Wars in I don't even know how to say Mata, Tunisia, temperatures reportedly reach 135 degrees Fahrenheit.
Jesus.
So it was hotter than actual in canon Tatooine with two suns. They were there. They were actually in Tatooine. They actually filmed on Tatooine. This
Filmed
is
on
real.
location.
They filmed on the actual location. They just filmed a documentary on Tatooine.
Filmed a documentary on Tatooine.
135, bro. Bro, that must have been
They were
AIDS.
cooking.
Did the film burn? Like, how did the film not just like burn?
Did the
Because
film burn?
the film. No, genuine question. Like, did the film ever just like catch on fire? I imagine because like 135, like, isn't film like super flammable?
Yes, very.
Yeah. How did the film not burn?
They had that shit in a fucking liquid nitrogen tank.
They had that shit locked down, bro.
They obviously just use the Force. Like,
Because
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they shot on
because the
location.
film,
That's
bro,
like
it's so.
that's almost as hot as you would cook a
Yeah.
turkey on Thanksgiving.
Shit. That's the internal temperature of chicken.
If your chicken's 135, we got some
Yeah.
issues there,
Mhm.
pal.
the chicken's gonna be dry as hell.
No, it's gonna be raw as hell.
Nuh-uh. That's good. No, I like my chicken raw. I'm like people who like pure raw steak.
What's the internal temperature of chicken supposed to be?
It's like, yeah,
165.
probably like 160, yeah,
Oh,
165.
that's just a suggestion.
Yeah.
It's like the
I do
it's like the
I
speed
do
limit.
135. Real chads like me do
Real
135.
chat.
Yeah,
It's like the speed
165.
limit. As long as you're within 30 either way, you're technically in the speed limit.
Oh my lord. All right, let's get back to
Don't
some.
tell
Let's
my
get back to a
stepdad I
good
said that.
movie.
He's a cop.
Yeah, but you got the sticker on your car. You're
We
good.
were
I do.
talking about a good movie, the Star Wars: A New Hope, obviously, when they were filming in Tunisia.
We weren't talking about a good movie. We were talking about the weather of Tunisia for like the past 10 minutes.
But like it was, but like it's where they filmed Star Wars, so that's a good
You know what's
movie.
crazy? You know how Tatooine used to be the dump planet for Star Wars characters? Where, like, if they didn't know where to put a character, they were just born on Tatooine?
Yes.
Despite it being,
Yeah.
like, the most irrelevant planet in the lore, like, people are like, oh, Tatooine's a nowhere outer rim planet, and then everybody's just born there. They've started doing that in later years. They've started doing it for, what is it, Corellia?
Oh, Han Solo's planet.
Yeah, because originally it was just Wedge Antilles that was from Corellia, and then in the past like 5 years they've had like 8 characters be born there.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's born on Coruscant, which is the most populated planet in the universe.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
just
I
moved
can't
there.
I can't think of a single Star Wars character that was born on Coruscant that wasn't like a Jedi that was like born at the Jedi temple, like near the Jedi temple.
The only one I can actually think of that was actually born in Coruscant, I think, was Qui-Gon.
Yeah, that does sound right.
Yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn was born on Coruscant.
Yeah, he's the only one in canon.
Like the only one I could think of.
No.
He's the only major character born in canon because like there's a bunch of the Legends novels characters that were born on Coruscant.
I think I could be wrong. I think Boda Kuna was born on Coruscant, but I could be very wrong.
Boda Kuna?
He is in
Yeah, he's the Jedi Survivor guy.
yeah. I think he is. I feel like some of the like I feel like some of the admirals from the Clone Wars are born on Coruscant. I feel like Wolf Yularen was born on Coruscant.
Yeah, probably.
Moff Tarkin might have been born on Coruscant too, but I'm not sure about that one.
Nah, he's too savage to be born on Coruscant.
No, he was born on Adaru. I actually knew that. I watched a Star Wars video about him one time.
There's a comic book where he would like take prisoners when he'd conquer a planet or something. He'd like take prisoners, take them to his home planet, and then have them run around in the woods, and then he would just go hunt them.
So did they just rip that off from what is it, the most dangerous game or whatever?
Probably.
Isn't that what that is?
And then there was in that comic book, he challenged Vader to hunt him. So he like went into the woods, and Vader hunted him through the forest.
Did Vader kill him?
Do what?
It was a joke, Nate. I know you just went dead silent, but I know Vader didn't kill him.
Oh, I was just waiting for the conversation to be over. I was just gonna say that'd be sick to see as outside of a comic, like in live action.
Yeah, it'd be cool. A lot of the comic books are really good. They could make a good TV show out of them.
Just give me the rated R Vader movie and I'll be happy.
It's apparently in development.
Yeah, they say that every fucking Disney convention though.
Yeah, but it has for the first time it has a director name attached to it. So
oh,
it has Osgood Perkins attached to it.
Guys, it's Quentin Tarantino.
I can't wait for Darth Vader to have a foot fetish.
Darth Vader's just gonna say the N-word the whole time.
You're gonna have flashbacks of him with Padme.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
No,
Oh, ew.
Darth Vader can say the N-word. He's a 6'6" black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Darth Vader experiences racism.
Darth Vader has to sit at the back of the.
That's gonna be what Disney considers rated R.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, but it's Django Unchained.
Darth Vader to sit in the back of the Star Destroyer.
Hey,
Darth Vader Unchained.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
That's all right. To the
Guys,
back of the Star Cruiser, buddy.
It's like
Vader Unchained.
It's like that scene in Book of Boba Fett when you know how Boba Fett has to take the commercial ship because his blew up.
No, because I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett.
Well, it's one of the only 2 good episodes of Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch it.
Which is basically
the other one's the one that follows Mandalorian the whole time.
Yeah, it's just Mandalorian season 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a really good episode. Anyway, Logan.
Fucking
Logan,
Moff,
as our guest
let me
here.
make my joke.
Oh, sorry.
No. Moff Tarkin walks up to Darth Vader. He's like, "Does this back the tank say it's for coloreds to you?"
Oh boy. All right.
White, white only back the tank.
Yikes.
That's the kind of shit that Disney's gonna consider rated R.
It's a story about a black man fighting through oppression.
It's just Darth Vader.
Oh, bro, Quentin
It's a
Tarantino can
homicidal-
easily do this. He's done it before.
by the white people.
It's just the Green Book, but it's called the Red Saber now.
The Red Saber.
The Red Saber. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Vader experiences racism. It's hard out here for a black man in Star Wars.
You don't know what it's like to be a black man on Tatooine.
I don't know. You could just ask Watto.
Watto's Jewish, man.
Watto isn't a black man on Tatooine. He buys them.
Whoa.
Watto's a Jew.
Watto.
Yes, he is. I think we'll talk about this more when we eventually do Phantom Menace. I think it's so funny.
Oh boy, this
I
is gonna
think
get
it's-
taken down.
I'll come back
Yeah.
to the Phantom Menace episode just because I can do a killer Watto impression.
I think it's so funny that this wasn't even in like the cancel culture age. Like
Cancer
20
culture.
years ago. But 20 years ago, George Lucas had to apologize because he made Watto too offensively Jewish. He had to apologize in the year 2000.
In the little 2000, he had to do that.
Yeah, so
No, but I'm telling you.
Watto's an old Jewish man and Jabba's an Italian mobster.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, black men do not get treated fairly on Coruscant. Look at what the Sarlacc tried to do to Lando. Like,
There was
The
no
Sarlacc was
on
definitely
Coruscant.
racist. Yeah, that was in Coruscant, buddy.
I
That
say
was Tatooine.
Coruscant.
Yeah, Tatooine's racist as hell.
Bean?
I'm sorry. This is the episode of me saying fucking stupid ass shit.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
the episode where Ryan's brain and his mouth aren't on the same page.
All right, fellas, how much have we talked about The Empire Strikes Back in our Empire Strikes Back episode?
Not much.
Not a lot.
Not much.
All right, Nate, is Nate going to consider leading the episode?
Yeah, Nate,
Well,
can you lead your
Well,
episode?
I was going to, but Ryan said he wanted to say a joke and he never said the joke, so I'm just still waiting for the joke.
I did say the joke.
Oh, my bad.
The joke was something racist. I don't remember what it was, but it was something.
I mean, we don't remember it, so it probably wasn't good.
No,
Sorry.
I think it was the Green Book joke. I think that actually was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a decent joke.
Yeah, that one was good.
We're just trying to fill our quota for the week, Noah. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. 9/11. There we go.
They hit the second tower in Coruscant.
We had a slam dunk 9/11 joke last week with the Death Star blowing up.
We did.
And we missed.
Nate. Speaking of
Osama bin
9/11
Laden
jokes,
blew himself up there.
Speaking of 9/11 jokes, Nate sent me a really, really good 9/11 joke this week.
Did I?
He sent me a picture of his. He sent me his picture of his two diabolical stacks of Zins. These got to be at least like 16 canisters high.
Yeah, I got that one too. That's a good one.
Logan too.
He sent me a snap that says, "What a beautiful day at the World Trade Center Zin Towers." And then, like 2 minutes later, he sent me a snap of a paper airplane coming at one of the towers, and it just says, "Oh God, oh fuck."
Yeah, no, I was the one that I replied to him, and I was like, "Not the World Zen Center."
Oh, now it's got to go in
He
the
sent
movie
me-
chat, so Noah can see this.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to put it in the episode?
No, we don't need to go that far.
Holy shit, how many Zins do you need, bro? Holy fiend.
Well, he eats a pack at a time.
That's not true. I can usually get like 3 days
Wait,
out of
wait.
can.
I see. What is that? That kind of looks like Nas. Wait a second. Nas Reed? Nas Reed?
What?
Do you
That's
not do you
reaching.
not see that shit on the? Do you not see that shit? Look, it's like on the second one, especially you can see clear. Like it looks like it says Nas, like Nas read.
Oh, the Zin upside down.
Oh,
Mm.
I gotcha.
Nate,
Yeah.
I can't judge you too much on the nicotine use because I smoked a cigar and 2 Black and Milds before I started this.
He had to get ready.
Listen, I can quit whenever I want, guys. Okay, I just don't want to.
I just don't want to.
Guys,
Well,
I do.
I've been gambling for 20 plus years. I think about it every single day. I wake up in cold sweats thinking about it, but I haven't got addicted yet, so I don't think it's gonna happen.
You know, I'm glad someone
Um,
mentioned my World Zen Center jokes. I'm gonna pop another one.
Words Zen.
I would right now, but I'd have to walk out to my car because that's where I keep them. I got zinned real hard today.
I don't even know. Do I even want to know what that means?
Well, zinned is like it's like the I guess it's like when you take another. It's normally like edibles, like when you are like, oh, this edible ain't shit, and then you eat another one, and then it
Oh,
just fucking hits you like a Mack truck. So I had a 6 milligram spearmint in, and I'm like, ah, this ain't shit. So I put another one in, and I hadn't eaten breakfast that morning, and I had no bev. So I get to work, and I'm like, oh, my stomach's feeling a little funny. I go into the bathroom, and I just fucking throw up everywhere.
me on the golf course be like,
They hit you though on an empty stomach.
Ryan, if you're lightweight, just say that.
No. Trust me, they weren't 3 millis. I'm not a little girl. It was I committed a cardinal instead of sin, we'll call it a zin because it was a sin, a cardinal zin, if you will. Um, I mixed brands today because I only had one. I know. I'm a Zin truther, but somebody gave me a canister like a week ago. It was free. My friend's like, I don't want to do this anymore. You want this canister? So I'm like, shit, yeah, I'll take it. So it was an 8 milligram wintergreen and a 6 milligram spearmint straight to the dome on the upper deck. He's not even a lower.
See, I used to be a wintergreen guy, but I've recently switched to peppermint, and I feel like it suits me better.
I'm a spearmint or a coffee guy. The most phenomenal.
You are a psychopath.
Well, the most phenomenal experience bev wise is if you get McDonald's mocha frap with a coffee zin in. It's a
You're
joyful jolly.
you are psychotic. Anyway, we should consider talking about the actual movie this week.
At least I didn't say cinnamon. But anyway, back to Empire.
Cool. So Logan, as our guest, I have been informed that this is indeed your favorite Star Wars movie. Correct?
yes.
Why?
Why? You say that like it's a bad thing.
You say that like this is a controversial take. You act like you just said like the Rise of Skywalker. is his
It's probably
favorite
the most
Star Wars movie.
common take.
Well,
but
no, it is also
This
mine.
is this
I just
is
want to know what
the
your
popular
reasoning.
opinion.
I mean, I think aside from it having one of the best plot twists in cinematic history that everybody in the world knows about now,
Wait. What happened to this movie? What was the
And
plot twist?
Noah hasn't seen it. Don't spoil it yet.
Wait,
why
guys.
is he on this episode
No.
then?
Logan,
Oh
it's a
no, guys.
joke, you motherfucker.
I just watched
It's a
it.
Oh, okay.
gag.
I just watched this movie for the first time, and there was guys, was Vader bluffing when he said he was Luke's father? Because I don't know how
You'll
that's
have to watch
possible.
the next one.
Yeah, you gotta watch
Um,
Return of the
Oh
Jedi.
man, I don't. I personally, I think he was bluffing. I think he was just trying to rage bait Luke.
but I think Empire, not even just exclusively Star Wars movies. I think Empire has some of the best pacing of any movie I've ever watched. Like, everything flows well. There's not a single like dull moment where I'm bored and I wish it would get on to the next scene. Like, everything is good from start to finish. It's paced really well.
Yeah, I would agree. This doesn't feel like a 2 hour movie. It feels like an hour and a half.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
movie definitely flies.
I like the scenes with Vader just getting pissed at all his generals and offing them all
He just
one at a
murks his
time. I
generals.
think it shows
He kills like
it,
what, 4 in this movie?
yeah, four
Two,
of them.
3 or 4.
I
Like it
think
shows like
I
how
think he,
savage he can be, like, and like he does not care about life or
And that
anything like that. Like,
you have
and
to
he
think about it.
and I
I know
like the one scene it shows like he's got a really dry humor. So I think it was like the third guy that he killed. It just shows him face planting to the ground, and all Vader says was "apology accepted," then walks away. Like that's funny as hell to me.
You have to think about it like this, honestly, too, because I know some of us have familiarity with the military. Think about how long they had to like get built up into either the Republic Army at the time and then the Empire Army just to be killed by pissing off Darth Vader one time. That's like 15 years of career development just out the
15?
window.
Oh, that's way too quick. It's like 30 years of career development.
Yeah.
No, they were
They,
nukes.
Well,
They
they
picked
worked
up really
they
quick.
worked their entire life just to get slimed out by Vader. Like
For
Yeah,
making one
they
mistake.
no, and sometimes it's not even them making a mistake. It's just like other people have made the mistake and they're just relaying the bad news and they get killed.
they
It's like
definitely worked.
I was not a part of chasing the Millennium Falcon, man. Why are you killing me? I wasn't one.
They
I wasn't one of the TIE fighters.
They definitely weren't corpsmen because they would have still been generic, just E1 stormtroopers at this point after 30 years.
Yeah, they would they'd be like me. They'd be a 6-year E4 living in the barracks.
I mean, you could leave if you
Living on the
wanted
Death
to.
Star.
But I found one thing interesting about all the admirals that he killed, and the one at the end, Admiral Piet, that he didn't kill.
Mhm.
All the ones that he killed, they were like some rich snobs, and they were basically handed everything in their life, including their rank. And Admiral Piet came from nothing, kind of like how Vader came from nothing, and he worked for everything. And I always, like, after I learned that, I always thought like maybe that's a human side of Vader. Like he respected that, and that's why he didn't kill him just from one mistake.
So you're telling me the first 3 that he killed were nukes, and the fourth one was a corpsman, and he didn't kill him?
Pretty much, yeah. If you want to do like a real life Navy comparison, sure.
That's hilarious.
I apologize to all our nukes who are listening. I know you have to fill out 57 waivers at boot camp and get sit in a box 8 months out of the year. But you get
Yeah,
paid.
they're fine.
Now I'm
Boot camp is the only PT test they have to take too, so they're fine.
I'm a little dum-dum. What is nuke in context of the Navy?
You sit in a submarine all day and I don't know, do nothing, fucking jerk off or something.
Nuke is the job that you need a 98 ASVAB score to get into.
I got you.
Yeah, you have to be like fucking Jimmy Neutron, and they just put you at the bottom of the ocean.
You have to be Sheldon Cooper,
Sounds like the Navy.
and they're all basically Sheldon Cooper. They're the same personality. The ones that I've met.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds like
no.
the Navy.
In the time I was there, I met like probably 8 or 9 nukes, and they all fucking wore big thick ass glasses and were fucking dorks.
They got no social skills, and
No, one of them literally like, if this guy's listening, I guarantee you're not, because you're probably sitting in the bottom of the ocean at a fucking box right now. If he even made it through boot camp, doubt he did. But he fucking one of the days, I woke up and I was on the fucking top rack. So I woke up, I'm like, I gotta go take a piss. So I go to the head, and he fucking my person rack next to me also top bunk. They're like, yo, don't step on the floor. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? This dude had like fucking walked around and was like pissing like his pants while walking in circles on the floor.
that's insane.
That's the most Navy thing I've ever heard.
We had one guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but I remember his name. But dude was like 7 feet tall, and he wore those
Bro,
thick
get
ass
on the court.
glasses. So he always smelled bad.
The Lakers need a center.
He always smelled bad. And one day we were getting in the
Oh,
shower. Dude takes his takes his skivvies off, and he like tosses them at the wall, and it sticks to the wall and slides down.
Oh, what the fuck?
Was he rocking the specialty brown skivvies?
Yeah. Yeah, they were all brown. It wasn't just the whitey tighties with the brown skid marks. It was some brown underwear.
Oh, Logan, you guys ever do a skivvy muster when you were in boot camp?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, skivvy muster.
I didn't. I got about halfway through, and I just started free balling. I hated those things.
Oh, dude, they're probably the worst.
Free-balling.
No, they're that bad.
The shorts they made us wear had liners. They're
I'm familiar.
Yeah,
Ryne, I am familiar.
no, the PT shorts weren't that bad, but the fucking
they were pretty comfortable. They were made to free ball, honestly.
Did you?
They're basically.
Did you guys have the? Yeah, they pretty much are. Did you guys have the fucking the sweats when you were there, Logan? Had they come out with those yet?
We had the jogging, the sweatpants and the ugly ones. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to wear those until we got our NWU.
We didn't get to wear our tracksuits until we graduated.
That's gay as fuck.
We didn't have tracksuits. We had just sweatpants and
like
the hoodie.
Yeah, the hoodie.
Yeah, those things are ugly as hell. I don't even have mine anymore. I probably burned it or something.
Yeah, I don't have mine. I got rid of it at the first available convenience.
All right, let's get back on track here, folks.
Sorry for reminiscing on old war stories. Let's get back to Empire.
You got it. You're the host.
Noah, it's your turn, buddy. If you would like to come off mute. Noah, you there, pal?
It's your turn. It's your turn to lead an episode, Nate.
No, I'm trying to ask you. I'm trying to ask you a question here, but
you
were on mute.
All right, what's the question, sir?
So you led our New Hope episode, and you have gone on record saying that is your favorite Star Wars movie. I want to know what you think.
Very comfortably.
Well, I want to know comfortably. All right. I want to know what about A New Hope makes you think it's better than Empire?
Because I'm gonna be honest, vibes.
Vibes. Fair enough, I guess.
like I can't. There's not a single thing I can complain about in either A New Hope or Empire. It's just which one I enjoy better. It's very simply that. And I think, yeah, it's not really that deep.
No,
because it's like, in a lot of ways, Empire is the better movie. Like, it's shot better. I think overall it just adds more depth to the characters and all that. But it's like, I don't know. Something about A New Hope is like, it's just different. It's just different. It's got that charm. And also, I think a lot of what makes me love that movie so much is just like the amount of like stuff I've watched about like how they made it, and it's just so impressive how they made it during that time, and that it still holds up today. And obviously it's very impressive what they did with Empire, but Empire they had a lot more resources to do. A New Hope, most people didn't think this was going to be anything, and yet that's the movie that turned Star Wars into the biggest film franchise, and what they did on a limited budget for a movie that was as ambitious as that was is very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, A New Hope's budget was only 11 million, and Empire's was almost 40 million.
Yeah, I think they went over budget with Empire. I remember.
Yeah, but they were printing money with fucking merchandise.
Yeah, so they got a little mad for doing that.
I think if A New Hope came out today, it'd be the highest grossing movie of all time. It made $775 million in 1977 money.
I think adjusted to inflation, it would have been like $3 billion or something like that.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
It's pretty freaking insane. It's like the first like, I mean, I guess Jaws was the first blockbuster, but like, I mean, Star Wars was different though. Like,
Mm.
I feel like that's more so the first blockbuster kind of. But Jaws was kind of the first introduction to that, I guess.
All right,
That was still a pretty freaking huge
how much
movie.
did it make, Ryne?
775.14 million.
Damn, 1977, that's crazy. That's nearly 50 years ago.
775. See, the number is too big that I can't calculate it with the official Bureau of Statistics.
Well, what's the first number? It shows does it like
It says it can't be higher than 10 million.
oh what that's gay as hell. Just put in like a regular calculator or some shit.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Or just Google it.
No.
A New Hope adjusted for inflation
40 billion.
earned an estimated 3.5 billion.
Okay,
All right,
Logan's
yeah,
right.
there we go. There we go.
3.5 billion?
That is
Damn.
crazy.
Yeah, that movie was freaking huge, bro.
That is
How much did what's the number one grossing?
I think right now it's technically Avatar, but adjusted for inflation,
Yeah,
it's Gone with the Wind.
Avatar's like pushing
No, I
for
think
3
it's
billion.
Endgame.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's not Endgame.
Avatar is still first at
That's Endgame,
2.9 billion. So yeah, A New
Is it-
Hope would, if you adjusted it for
Adjusted for
Yeah.
inflation, Gone with
But
the
no,
Wind is
Gone
highest
with
grossing.
the Wind was like 4 billion though.
It's 3.4 billion, so it would be higher, adjusted for inflation.
yeah, A New Hope is fourth adjusted for inflation.
Gone with the Wind for the summer blockbuster series.
Oh God, please no.
Wasn't that made in like isn't Gone with the Wind made in like 1930
1939.
something? Oh my gosh, pre
One of
World
the
War
first
II,
movies
like
ever
just at the
made was
start of
that.
World War II.
I think it's older than World War II. That's crazy.
It was literally it was going on while the
Same year.
Holocaust
Sorry, yep,
was
same
still
year.
there.
All right, Ryne, it's your turn, buddy.
Yeah, Logan watched Gone with the Wind in theaters.
He
Yeah, I
sure
was
did.
there as my 15th birthday.
Yo, hold up, Logan, what was it like watching this original Star Wars trilogy in theaters?
Oh, it was revolutionary.
Yo,
When it was
Logan,
revealed
how
that,
is
that Vader was not actually Luke's son, that was insane.
oh my gosh,
Vader's
crazy.
not Luke's son.
When it was revealed he was lying, it was crazy.
Dude,
that is
dude,
pretty
I
crazy.
thought,
I haven't seen that version of the movie.
dude, I thought that Vader was Luke's son this whole time. I didn't know that that it
Oh,
was
did I
crazy
say that
plot twist when that
backwards?
happened. Yeah.
My bad.
I was gonna say I haven't seen that version of the movie. I'm curious where you found
Yeah,
it. It's one of the new Disney
sure.
editions.
Yeah,
I found that
that's the
on
version that
XXX.
that's that's a theatrical version that only people in theaters saw, and then they
Yeah.
brainwashed everybody to making them believe that Vader is Luke's father.
They only showed it at one theater in Virginia.
Mm-hmm. There's an
Alright.
exclusive edition.
And none of
George's
the actors
original
had teeth
vision.
in that version.
And they all look strangely similar.
And Luke and Leia ended
Almost
up getting
as the
married.
Yeah, Luke and Leia go the whole way instead of just kissing.
Yeah.
where's that version? I want to see that.
What the fuck, bro?
That's on the Orange website. We'll talk later.
You know the
Oh, where we
sites.
uploaded the Batman Forever.
Where we're uploading our next watch along.
Yeah, because YouTube wants to copyright it and wait 4 days before it actually goes to the homepage.
Which is fine, honestly. We're not showing up on anybody's homepage anyway.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fair. All right, Ryne, it's your
Oh,
turn, buddy.
okay.
Oh, sorry, Noah's still going.
So okay, so I think George Lucas started developing CTE after this movie because you can see the signs of it in Return of the Jedi, where he starts becoming like a retard. So,
That's just when he switched from pot to Molly.
yeah, pretty much. because Empire and A New Hope are two perfect movies, and I think George just got exhausted with making perfect movies. So I had to make Return of the Jedi low-key boring for like 2 acts, and then like have it be really good at the end. And then he made like the prequels, which he stumbled through, and then randomly like made Revenge of the Sith good. So George Lucas is interesting.
George,
Sith
George,
is.
George Lucas made 2.5 boring movies, but 3 sick as fuck lightsaber fights. Well, 2.5 sick lightsaber fights. Attack of the
Yeah.
Clones lightsaber fight is mid as fuck.
No, that's pretty
I like
solid.
it.
Dooku versus
Yeah.
Anakin and Obi-Wan is terrible.
How?
Just the way it's shot, because Christopher Lee was an old fuck and they didn't figure out how to use stunt doubles apparently. So
Well,
they
I mean, even with him
Yeah,
being
he did not
old, I thought it was still
trouble.
fine.
well no, so
But
what
he
they
did all his stunts himself.
what they
Yeah.
did was they just had a bunch of close-ups with them waving around a light, either being blue or red.
Well, they did that part when like the
Well, that
lights went
looked
out for
cool
some
in
reason, and they
2002.
were just aura farming. It's
2002.
like when when Anakin like randomly like sliced like the fucking light, the things that turn out the lights or whatever for no reason, and he just started aura farming, and they like the
So they could have the lights waving
yeah,
around.
Yeah,
and like it looks it look
Because
cool, so
that
it's like
thing
why
looked
not?
cool to people in 2002. Trust me, I was there.
Yeah.
it's still better than anything Disney's put out, though. To be fair.
As a kid, I thought that was the coolest shit ever.
Anyway, Ryne,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ryne,
that fight was decent.
Ryne, buddy, old pal.
Mhm.
You have gone on record, I believe, on the podcast saying that Return of the Jedi is your favorite of the original trilogy. Am I correct?
Yes, 100%. Easy.
Why do you prefer Return of the Jedi over Empire?
It's gonna be an oddly similar reason to Noah.
Totally fair.
The vibes, just 100% vibes. And
See,
Endor's
this is
cool.
incorrect. This is incorrect now.
Endor's cool.
because
I love the ending. It
Indoor is
was the
very
first. It was the first one I very vividly remember watching as a child. Like I'd seen the other ones before, but this was the first one where I'd like vividly remember. And also, Luke's green lightsaber is cool as fuck.
Yeah, the green lightsaber is cool as fuck.
Alright,
You got me there.
it's cool.
And,
I'll
But,
say you
uh,
can. I'll say that you can say any of the original trilogies your favorite, and I'll respect it.
Yeah, I mean, even like
and
around like for people around our age, Logan, I know you're not really included in this conversation, but
Logan, around our age, what? This dude's fucking ancient.
but no,
did
like
you round
Yeah,
down?
I watched
Logan's
Gone
actually
with
old
the Wind
enough to be my dad.
people that grew up watching the prequels, like if you say a prequel movie is your favorite, I'll look at you a little funny if it's Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones, but I'll still respect
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna. If it's
Well,
Revenge of the Sith,
nobody
I'm
thinks
like, that's
any
cool.
one of those two is their favorite.
There are
not
people.
not a single soul says, yeah, the Phantom Menace is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Hey,
Yeah,
you're
man, I
talking-
really love Jar Jar and little boy Anakin.
You're talking to a staunch Attack of the Clones defender right now.
Attack of the Clones is so buns, but it's fun to watch.
If it wasn't,
Yeah,
if it
exactly.
wasn't, if it wasn't
The
for
only
the sequel
reason Attack
trilogy,
of the Clones, the only reason Attack of the Clones isn't my least favorite is because The Last Jedi exists.
if it
The
was
only
not
reason-
for the sequel trilogy, Attack of the Clones would be my least favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was my least
no.
favorite until until 8 and 9 came out. I actually liked when The Force Awakens originally came out. I liked that better than Attack of the Clones for a while until the rest of the sequels came out.
Yeah. Dude,
I
no,
have a
Phantom
very-
Menace is the worst. Bro, Phantom Menace is like. Phantom Menace is so
The
buns.
worst
I'm sorry.
movie
I hate that
of
one.
all time.
But you see, I
reason-
think Darth Maul is sick as fuck. Darth Maul is one of my favorite characters.
It's cool,
it's
but
cool.
he's like better in Clone Wars. Like the Dark
Phantom Menace
Darth
is
Maul stuff
boring
in
a
Clone
lot of
Wars.
the time, but
Like-
it's still a lot better than Attack of the Clones, I think.
Like,
It's-
yes, he's
it's
better.
not.
The
Both movies
dialogue
are
alone,
equally.
the dialogue alone in Attack of the Clones makes it
No,
worse.
no.
Just
Both
George
movies
Lucas
are
should not be
so-
writing love stories.
Both movies are so buns. But guess what? Attack of the Clones is so bad it's good. Phantom Menace is so bad, it's even fucking worse. And it's also okay. Here's the
At
big
least
problem with Phantom Menace,
Phantom
right?
Menace has a decent lightsaber fight.
Phantom Menace was the worst possible foundation for the prequels you could have had
No,
because it's like for some reason they decided to barely focus on Obi-Wan in the first part of the trilogy that is supposed to be focused on Obi-Wan and Anakin. Anakin's a 9-year-old child, and so listen, no hate to Qui-Gon, but why is Qui-Gon the main character of the first movie of Anakin and Obi-Wan's story?
Liam Neeson.
And
Yeah, because
like
they had to pay
we
Liam Neeson that big ass paycheck. That's why.
had to get Liam Neeson.
And
They didn't
Qui-Gon's one
have
of the best
to.
characters in the series now, and he played in one movie and had like one cameo in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, and at
Hey,
the
he
end of
was in
Kenobi.
Kenobi.
Qui-Gon's aura is just off of like them mentioning him in other movies and stuff now because he doesn't really
Like
do a
the
whole
only
lot of
reason
Phantom
half the fan base even recognizes the Kenobi TV show is because Qui-Gon was in it for 3 seconds.
hmm
Hey, that ending fight was sick as fuck.
Yeah, any Darth Vader scene is pretty sick.
Yeah, Darth Vader's
I'm
aura
a
farms the whole time.
I'm a staunch Kenobi defender. I love Kenobi.
Dude, that's a crazy hill to
Anyways,
die
let's
on.
segue that
I
into
like
talking
parts of
about
it.
Ryan's videos. Ryan will be reviewing
So,
Kenobi sometime next week.
wow, and the Big 25.
I'm
Solo should be out shortly. Whenever I decide how to.
Solo?
Oh
Bro's
yeah,
watching
Oh, don't
Solo.
even get me
Wow.
started on Solo.
Noah,
I'm
did
gonna
we
do
not
this.
fill you in on the plan?
What?
We
You haven't filled me in on shit for this podcast. I hate you
Well, I
guys.
take back what I said earlier. Attack of the Clones is better than Solo.
No, wait.
ah
I wouldn't go that far. I don't like Solo, but I don't like it. I don't hate it that much. Solo is kind of buns. I'm not gonna lie. I think when I first watched Solo, I think I rated it like a 4.5 or a 5. That shit might be like a 3. That's
Yeah.
bad. It's bad.
A 3 is being generous.
No, Noah, to fill you in on the plan, Ryan and I are both reviewing separate Star Wars projects outside of the original trilogy. So like stuff like Rogue One, Solo, stuff that takes place
So
after.
why didn't you like include me?
Oh, it's kind
I
of
could
Ryan's
have
idea. I mean, you can like
I
we
could have
can
talked about how Rogue One is overrated as fuck, but
hold the fuck. All right.
hmm
Well, we're
See, I could add a controversial opinion on
all
here,
right.
and I could have
Ryan,
done that.
we might have to do a full Rogue One episode.
When
Rogue
are we
One
gonna
is
do
a
it?
top 5 Star Wars movie.
That was, I mean, honestly, Rogue One's probably my fifth, but that's not saying a lot because there's only 4 good movies in this whole fucking saga.
This whole 12 movie saga has 4.
No, there's
Unless
5 good movies.
there's 4, there's 4. Uh, so this shows how
Well,
good A New Hope
let's
and
see.
Empire are because they're the only 2 movies that I think are like really,
No,
really, really good.
there's 5 really good movies. We got Solo, Rise
No,
of Skywalker, Last Jedi, Force Awakens,
And
I choose
Phantom
not to
Menace.
and
fall
then
for the rage bait.
Phantom
I choose
Menace.
not to
Yeah.
fall for it. I choose not to fall for the rage bait.
All right,
All right.
Ryan, we're updating the plan. We're making Rogue One a full episode coming out eventually.
No, I don't want to watch
When are
Rogue
we gonna
One.
do that?
Yeah,
All right.
Rogue One.
Can I just
One's
jump in for the last
5
5
out of
minutes of
10.
Rogue One?
If you want.
Can we
Cool.
just skip to like the 3rd act of Rogue One? That's really. I don't care about anything that happens
Well, the
before.
3rd act of Rogue One is so good that alone makes it a good movie.
Bro, gun to the back of your head. Name 3 things that happen before the 3rd act of Rogue One. Yeah, just kill me already.
Saw Gerrera gets blown up by a Death Star laser. Jyn Erso's
Yeah,
dad dies.
for no reason he just stays there and it's just like, no, I must fucking die. Even though I can definitely get back on the ship with you guys.
The one blind dude I couldn't tell you his name for the life of me. He
Yeah,
he
gun to the back of your head. Name 3 characters from Rogue One that don't include Darth Vader.
Jyn Erso, Cassian Andor, and Saw Gerrera.
No.
All right, now name 3 more.
No, name two more.
Wait.
All
Grandma
right.
Perkins
In the
one.
back of your head, name every single main character from Rogue One.
Dude, even if I watched the movie recently, I couldn't tell you. Anyone outside of the main
Exactly.
three
That's
are
the
very
problem. You
forgettable
can't.
characters.
Nobody. I don't care about anybody in the movie. Like Andor's only good after watching the Andor show. Like
See,
Andor
Tarkin's in
in
it.
Rogue One
Uh,
is. Oh,
Leia.
yeah, the weird
Leia's in it.
CG shit.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
with
It was so
Carrie Fisher
Uncanny
and
Valley.
that one old chick
Tarkin.
that nobody likes. Mon
Oh yeah,
Mothma.
Mon Mothma.
Yeah, who the hell
I
cares
like
about
Mon
her?
Mothma.
You are the
Fuck
only
Mon
one,
Mothma.
Ryne.
She's a lady.
The
She's a
the
lady.
one Mon Mothma fan in the entire universe. Guys, Mon Mothma is my favorite Star Wars character.
Director
All
Krennic.
right. No, I didn't say all that.
Fuck Mon Mothma.
Fuck Mon Mothma. All right, we should consider wrapping up this episode.
I'd hit.
No, we barely talked about Empire, bro.
I'm kidding, Noah. We're only at an hour.
Yeah. I want to talk about how
We're only
sick
at
the
an
lightsaber
hour.
fight is in this movie. It might be like the best in the entire saga.
Oh, whoa.
That's not crazy.
That is
I think
crazy.
I think the
That's
best
not.
The
lightsaber fight in
best
the
in the
entire saga
saga?
is not even an
It's not
opinion.
okay.
It's
It's not.
an
It's not
objective
better than
fact
Anakin
that
and Obi-Wan, but it's second
Anakin and
best.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and Darth Maul versus
Real-
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon is also better.
Darth
Real
Maul,
talk.
No.
I think I like
but I have to watch the Phantom Menace to have that, so I don't care.
You could just watch the
Real
lightsaber fight
talk.
on YouTube.
No,
No,
the one in
no.
Empire is
Then I would
definitely
be given
better.
4 fucking ads because YouTube is aids to watch now. 2
Real talk.
unskippable ads of Doom.
I think
Halfway
I might
through.
like Darth Vader. Never mind. You don't get my opinion now.
No, I want to hear your
Anyway,
opinion, Pookie.
no.
You
Okay,
didn't want to hear
so
it 2 seconds ago, so you don't get it anymore.
yeah, he doesn't get any more.
That's it.
That's right,
Episode
Ron.
over. I'm stopping the recording.
Okay, so let me explain why this lightsaber fight is absolutely sick as hell. So first off,
Let me break it
there
down
are some
for
of the
you.
most iconic shots in the entirety of Star Wars here. Vader just aura farms to start the fight, and it's freaking goated. And yeah, it's goated.
Bro
They
talking
spent
aura
half the
farming.
movie setting up that fight.
See, it's like
The,
listen,
the
the
entire movie
choreography
is just
itself,
leading to that room.
exactly. The choreography itself, right? You're like, oh, the prequel stuff's better. Like, yeah, no shit.
Like I think
But
it's got the best build up of any lightsaber fight
yeah,
in
exactly.
the series.
No, best.
And then
Definitely,
obviously
absolutely.
the best ending
Yeah.
to any lightsaber fight with the
Yeah.
greatest twist. And overall, it's just fun seeing Vader just toy with Luke for a lot of it, and also like the little moments where he's impressed when Luke does something cool, and he's like, "Damn, this really is my son." Um, damn, this kid ain't bad.
See, you're
Impressive, most impressive.
you're over here talking about aura farming. You're forgetting about Obi-Wan posted up on Padme's ship in Revenge of the Sith. If that's not
we
aura
see
farming.
we see the fit, bro.
If that's not aura farming, I don't know what is.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Vader learned that from Obi-Wan. He's like, damn, to win my next fight, I need to start aura farming before it, or else I'm going to get fucking thrown in a volcano again.
I definitely think Anakin and Obi-Wan's the best lightsaber fight in the series, just for the emotion and the choreography.
Yeah. See,
But
I had to rage Vader
one
first by saying this
the
one's
one
the
in
best.
Empire is definitely a close second.
See, Noah,
Yeah.
if you check the
Valid
group
take.
chat, you're gonna look at this and tell me this isn't aura farming.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that's why I said, yeah, we see the fit, bro.
You're gonna tell me that's not aura farming,
How dudes be posted up with their best fit on a Friday?
or when they're just swinging from a fucking pillar, that's not aura farming.
No, that's 100% aura farming.
But see, Anakin gets bitched at the end, and I don't like that. So it's like this is where he becomes Vader, and he's aura farming now, and I like it. Guys, my favorite fight is actually Obi-Wan versus Vader and A New Hope.
It's still better than any of the sequel trilogy.
Uh, eh,
I don't know.
Go
Yeah, that's right.
I
go
think
watch any of the sequel trilogy lightsaber fights and tell me that
Sequel
doesn't look
trilogy
like
fights. No,
I
it's not
think
even like
Ray
a
and
lightsaber
Kylo
fight.
versus
They
the
just
Praetorian Guard was pretty cool.
they're just swinging around
no,
baseball bats.
yeah, dude, they literally fight like they're swinging baseball bats. They just They don't even. They just swing as hard as they can. They clash once, and then they take like 2 seconds to clash again. It's just like the biggest windups ever. And like they made like the lightsabers weigh like 50 pounds or something. Like the
Terrible.
lightsabers are not heavy like that, bro. Like it does make sense for them to be kind of shittier than the prequel ones, obviously, but like
Yeah, they don't have the training.
yeah,
I mean,
they
I
don't have
get
the
that,
training.
but
But
make
at the
it
same
look.
time, they don't fight like they're holding lightsabers, and it's just bad choreography in general. Like
Yeah,
original trilogy,
they
like
look like they're fighting with battle axes.
exactly. Like case in point, the movie we're talking about, where Luke is not that trained and Vader's not trying at all in this fight, obviously, and it's like it's still good choreography, even though Luke's not trained like at all, and Vader is just fighting with one hand for half the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Luke with the little training he had still looked like he was a better duelist than Kylo Ren.
Yeah, well, I mean, Luke's the offspring of Anakin Skywalker, so he was born basically probably could fight better than Kylo Ren against Rey in the Force Awakens.
Kylo Ren is his fucking his fucking nephew.
Yeah, the cat, he is not part of the
He's,
Skywalker family
he's still
after
got
losing
less
to
of
Rey,
Anakin
bro.
genetics. He's only 25% Anakin.
Yeah, he's not the direct offspring of Anakin, so he don't count. But okay, another thing I want to complain about Star Wars wise, because this episode's not focused at all. How the hell does Kylo lose to Rey
Oh my
in
god! Don't even get me
in
started.
Force Awakens, bro? Kylo is so buns. Has Kylo ever won a fight?
No.
No,
No,
no, he beat
Has
Finn. He beat fucking Finn.
Barely.
Kylo was struggling to beat Finn for a bit.
no, he's terrible, and it's a shame because I like Adam Driver a lot, and I think he did a really good job acting
Yeah,
Adam
that
Driver
series.
was the only good part of the sequel series. Of the sequel
yeah.
I
trilogy.
agree,
He-
100%.
Kylo's character
Hey,
could have
Finn
been
wasn't
so
bad.
good, and Adam Driver was such a good actor, but his character is so shitty.
He was
Like
just written
it's
so
so
bad.
bad.
Terrible writing.
But shout out Adam Driver though. But
I do
yeah,
I
oh
do
my,
kind of like, this might be a unpopular opinion. I do kind of like the Finn versus Kylo Ren scene just thematically. Because I think the idea of having a former stormtrooper go up against Kylo Ren was sick as fuck. Even if
yeah.
it did
But
look bad.
yeah,
Yeah,
in
Finn had
retrospect though,
a lot of potential too, and they wasted
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, whenever I think of like the good things about Force Awakens with Finn, I just always think of where it's gonna go, where he just like starts yelling Rey's name, and that's all he does the last two movies. Oh, and it also like talks with the Asian bitch and the first Last Jedi. That's all he does though.
I mean, and really, as much as I hated Ray, and Daisy Ridley's great. I mean, they wasted her talent
They,
too.
they had all great actors. They just they just
No,
fumbled
Like
the
the sequel,
bag.
they had
probably
such
the
a
best acting
stacked
in the
cast.
entire Star Wars franchise, and they just screwed it.
Yeah.
They had Adam Driver, John Boyega,
That's what happens when you have
Oscar
J.J. Abrams
Isaac.
start the project.
God, they had such a good cast and they fucking wasted it.
This is all J.J. Abrams' problem, by the way.
I blame Rian Johnson more than I blame J.J. Abrams.
I
Yeah,
blame J.J. Abrams more.
yeah. I
J.J.
think the
Abrams
Force
made the worst
Awakens
movie
left a
with
lot of
Luke
potential
Skywalker.
when Ryan Johnson screwed it.
Force Awakens, it
Yeah.
had potential if they didn't switch directors for some fucking reason for the second
I'm
movie.
I'm sorry, but I hate Force Awakens, and I came to this epiphany last summer where I realized Force Awakens is actually kind of buns, and J.J. Abrams, well, if you let him direct the entire trilogy, it might have been even worse.
I
Yeah.
don't know about.
Anyway, let's
At least he would have had the
spread
same
J.J.
vision.
Abrams hate. No, he wouldn't. J.J. Abrams would have like
No,
changed his mind probably 5,000 times because he's J.J. Abrams and he has no idea where he's going with the story. He just
George
makes shit
Lucas
up and
changed his
it
mind
goes.
5,000 times.
Yeah, but George Lucas knew how to like actually like connect it all together. J.J. Abrams doesn't.
Well, we don't know if he does because he didn't get a chance to.
Well, I don't care. J.J. Abrams sucks, and I don't like him. And
You're just a
and
hater.
also, I am. He's not good, bro. He's just not. He's not good
Noah's
at
only
filmmaking.
the only reason Noah is not saying it was Rian Johnson was because he directed the quote unquote best episode of Breaking Bad.
He did Knives Out and he did Ozymandias, okay? So, and also, like, I can appreciate like the attempts that Rian Johnson made to like actually like make a different Star Wars movie. It was dog shit, but I appreciate that like he was actually trying to like make
I
his
don't
own
appreciate
film.
it.
That's fair. But like I can appreciate him trying to like make it like a good movie. He just didn't do that.
No,
But
see, I
like
would
he
appreciate it if he
tried.
didn't fucking
He
ruin
tried.
Luke's character
He he he,
in
he
one fell
tried.
swoop.
He tried his best. He tried his best, but it was shit.
He
But
tried his
I think
best by having Luke drink green milk in front of Ray like a pedo.
yeah,
Hey,
he
he was
tried his
milking an
best.
alien creature.
He did his
I'd,
best.
I'd, I'd let him milk me.
Oh my god.
This is the first thing Ryan has said in like 15 minutes.
I don't think I'd let Mark Hamill touch me at this point.
Nah, back in the day though.
No, get a restraining order. I would get a restraining order on Mark Hamill today. Like freaking, that dude's a psychopath.
Now Harrison Ford, on the other hand.
Yeah, I would let
Yeah,
Harrison
that's
Ford touch
sexy
me
man.
inappropriately.
Harrison Ford's a DILF.
I would let him touch me inappropriately.
Same.
Is Harrison Ford a GILF, a grandpa I'd fuck?
I did not think I'd hear Noah say the words DILF and GILF ever in the same sentence.
So they do consider Harrison Ford a GILF?
No,
Does he
I'd
have-
say that's more of a female thing.
Well, is he a grandparent?
No, yeah,
Probably.
I was meaning grandpa I would fuck.
I don't know. Is he a great
What?
grandfather?
I would suppose so. He's like 80 years old.
See, now I gotta look it up.
I don't know. He's Gramps anyway, because
He's Gramps anyway. He has 4 grandchildren.
oh my gosh. Is Aaron Gordon the clutchest player of all time? Dude just hit another he hit a three to send it to overtime.
Yeah,
Guys,
now
Aaron Gordon is the greatest player of all time.
yeah, now the Thunder are
Save it
soaking.
for the basketball episode.
No way the the Thunder are not gonna lose this game.
It's
Stop it.
109 to
That's not real life.
102, and the Nuggets are on a
That's
10-0 run in overtime.
that's not real life, bro. There's no way the Thunder lose 2 games to the freaking Nuggets.
All right, we should consider talking about Empire again.
Yeah, anyway, so the Luke Vader fight is absolute cinema. I love it so much.
Indeed.
Yeah, I agree.
What else is really cool? I like Han's last moments with Leia and stuff, and their whole exchange at the end there too. I like how Chewbacca's more involved in this movie. It's so random, but I love it.
Yeah, we love
I love when
Chewbacca.
3PO
In this house,
3PO
Chewbacca
randomly
is an
just get like
American hero.
get him his medal. I also like the part where 3PO just gets like verbally
Obliterated.
abused by everybody in this movie and then gets obliterated and then Chewbacca has to like put him back together.
And he's just
Everybody just
carrying him
hates
on his back for like a half hour.
yeah. Everybody and for no reason too. There was no reason to have C-3PO just get obliterated in this movie, but George was like, yeah, fuck C-3PO. We're gonna have him
Dude, there wouldn't be a Star
obliterated.
Wars movie if C-3PO wasn't getting roasted.
Yeah. Dude, okay, no, he doesn't really get roasted much in A New Hope because like that's the first time people meet him, and then Empire, everybody realizes how annoying he is, and like, yeah,
No,
shut up, 3PO.
no, he loses a leg in Empire. He still gets fucked up, or in A New Hope.
Does he?
Yeah,
No, he
when they get
doesn't.
attacked by the Tusken Raiders.
Oh,
He
that's
loses an
right.
armor.
Oh,
That is true.
yeah,
That's right.
but like they fixed it immediately, so like nobody cares.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get verbally abused in A New Hope though.
Yeah, I also think it's
When I
hilarious
think of
how
it,
in A
I
New
think
Hope, Obi-Wan just
yeah,
refuses to acknowledge C-3PO's existence.
yeah. He's just like, oh, this motherfucker again.
I know
Yeah.
that they didn't plan on the prequels establishing that.
Actually, so C-3PO wasn't. So they didn't know that Obi-Wan knew C-3PO and R2-D2 before because that movie was made in 1977 and the prequels were after.
Well,
You
I know.
think?
I'm saying it's hilarious how when you go back and watch them, you're sitting here is like, I know this was made before the prequels, but they should definitely have at least some sort of reference.
No, Obi-Wan was just too nonchalant to reveal
Bro,
that
they
information.
referenced the fucking Clone Wars, which came out like 5 years after Phantom
Yeah.
Menace.
See, I think all George knew was just like, yeah, there was the Clone Wars stuff and like Vader was there, and that's about it. Actually, I think he knew a lot more, but you know.
Me when I intentionally gatekeep information just to improve my aura.
Hmm. No way, no, because
Sandwich.
Thunder are actually gonna lose this basketball game. That's
What?
not real life.
Ryne, did you just say sandwich?
Yeah. I had a Chiba Hut stuff waiting for me in the microwave for the past 2 hours.
Bro, SGA sucks at basketball. He's 7 of 22. Playoff dropper. Ant's better.
Hey, that's my age range.
Actually, Ant freaking sucks at basketball now too. But luckily the Wolves are better. So
The Thunder scored 2 points in overtime.
SGA and Ant threatened to play basketball in the second round.
All right, guys. I'm old. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
All right.
Good
You
night,
kept
Graham.
too long.
See ya, Unc.
Mhm.
Night, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Gramps is hitting the hay.
Gramps is hitting the hay. I think
Oh,
I think
knees!
I think the dialogue in Empire is the best written we have in this Star Wars saga.
Yeah, because George didn't write it.
Because George didn't
It was
write
Lawrence Kasdan.
it.
It's
Fair.
actually pretty solid in A New Hope, but I feel like they reworked it a lot.
No, it's definitely not bad in the
but
New
it
Hope. I just think
yeah,
I think
A New Hope
Empire
is
is a
pretty good,
very
but nothing's like
I think
yeah,
Empire is a much higher step above New Hope. New Hope's not
yeah.
bad in any way.
Well, I think it's just A New Hope. It's like very straightforward with the dialogue and all that, and that's just how the movie kind of is in general. Whereas I feel like they added a lot more, and especially in terms of humor, with Empire, where there's not really like too many comedic lines much at all in A New Hope. Whereas in Empire, they actually like have some real comedy in it, which I thought was nice.
Yeah,
And it's not like
they
forced
tried a little
in.
bit more.
It's not like Disney Marvel shit where it's like the most corniest jokes of all time. Like it was like genuine like funny interactions between
The
the
Illuma
characters.
Wuddy?
Please, please stop. Dude, Marvel jokes are so stupid. The Illuma Wuddy. Oh my gosh. War flashbacks.
My
One of the
favorite. Sorry, go Nate.
I was just gonna say one of the canonically smartest characters in Marvel Comics, and he says the Illuma Wuddy.
Doctor Strange says the Illuma Wuddy. Oh, go fuck yourself, Marvel.
Sam Raimi moment.
Well, I'm just not gonna blame it on Sam Raimi because I like Sam Raimi. I'm just
I
gonna blame it on Marvel.
I think Sam
Kevin
Raimi
Feige,
wrote the script.
Kevin Feige, I know you were responsible for this.
He knows.
Dude, the the worst jokes are always whenever there's like some like longer words said and they're just like the whoa whatty. It's the worst, most played out joke. Like no, who genuinely laughs at that? Who's like, it's a big word and he didn't understand it.
I've got to look up
Me.
who wrote the script.
Who caused this movie?
Michael
Doctor
Waldron.
Strange in the Multiverse.
Oh my
Michael
god.
Waldron, count your days.
And it's crazy because this dude wrote Loki too, which is one of the best projects we've had since Endgame.
Wait,
That's why
what was
this
it?
guy's a writer.
Michael Waldron. He went from fucking
Michael
That's
Loki
why.
Waldron.
to this garbage.
That's
Michael
why he was a
Waldron,
writer.
count your
He
days.
was a writer on Rick and Morty.
Oh my
That's why.
god.
Oh my gosh,
And he's
Jokic
the
was 0
Avengers
of 10
Tuesday
from
head
3.
writer. Nate, you hear that?
No, I didn't.
He's the head writer for Avengers Doomsday.
No,
Yeah,
fuck.
the movie of Doom and Despair.
Why can you not just let the fucking Russo brothers write it?
The Illumawati guy is writing for Avengers Doomsday.
The Illumawati guys.
Please, just let them fucking write. Just let the Russo brothers write it, for God's sake.
Yo, in Avengers Doomsday, he's gonna write, so what is this, some kind of doomsday?
Oh no.
The Doomsday Whatty?
Doctor Who?
The what stay?
Doctor Who?
Doctor
Oh,
what in the
man.
multiverse of who?
What are we, some kind of multiverse of madness?
What are we? Some kind of secret war?
What are we?
What
Some
is
kind of
this?
Avengers?
What kind of war is this? Some kind of secret war?
Oh Lord.
Man, this is kind of a secret war we're in right now.
I just lost all hope for Doomsday, Ryne.
Anyway, the Illumiwati?
Oh no.
Okay, so I think we should wrap this up because it's getting a little late.
No, I'm good.
Empire Strikes Back is a certified good movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Certified.
It's the best.
We need to
It's the best in the original trilogy.
No,
Yes.
it's not. No, no. The fuck you mean? No.
The dialogue's better. Special effects are better. The fight choreography's better.
Baby. Hashtag not their fault.
Not their fault.
It's like the Theo Ash thumbnail, and it's like with Justin Herbert. It's just not his fault.
Not.
That's dead ass what it is, though.
If man.
Listen. All right. Okay, something I also really love about New Hope is just Ben Kenobi in general. Does Empire Strikes Back have Ben Kenobi in the flesh? Didn't think so. Just have him as a Force ghost.
Yeah, it has him as the living force, which is way cooler.
Okay, but like, was he getting cooked in the furnace that is Tatooine and enduring that all for our entertainment?
Well, how about this? Does
Empire
a New Hope
Strikes
have Yoda?
Yoda's just a puppet. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, and Yoda's still fucking sick.
Okay, but have you considered
But as me in 900 years you will not look.
You know, I think Logan was there for Yoda's birth.
He was.
He knows.
He knows. Noah, you are entitled to your opinion as always, even if it is the wrong one.
That is the correct one, but you will see soon. Soon you will be enlightened to the perfection of the pacing of New Hope and how impressive it was.
I didn't say it wasn't impressive.
No, but you don't truly understand.
I think
That's
I'm putting
okay.
Return of the Jedi on my Letterboxd top 4.
Valid. I have Empire on mine.
Wow. Return of the Jedi in the Big 25.
It's my favorite Star Wars movie. Hop off.
Listen. I like Return of the Jedi and all, but like Letterboxd top 4.
What do I take off? Goodfellas, 12 Angry Men, or Scream?
We take off Goodfellas for Return of the Jedi.
All right. Now we're getting a little wild here.
Buddy, Return of the Jedi is cool and all, but it is not that good. It's like an 8 out of 10 at best.
All right. My new Letterboxd top 4: Good Will Hunting, Goodfellas, 12 Angry Men, and Return of the Jedi.
Wow. They'd just be letting anybody in.
What the hell the polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas?
bro doesn't belong.
You guys have seen the meme of like the 3 dragons where it's like the 2 normal ones and the
No, it's like the It's like the meme where Drake's in the Kentucky like meeting room or whatever with the Kentucky basketball team. It's
They
like Phil
just be
thinks he's
like,
on the team.
bro, team.
Return of the Jedi thinks he's on the team of 4 best movies. Dude,
It's
I'm
not.
I'm the biggest A New Hope glazer of all time. I don't even have that on my Letterboxd top 4. Although maybe I should.
You did
Nah, I don't
forever.
think anything's getting taken off. Yeah, well, then I watched The Godfather, and that kind of changed things.
Oh, guys, Gabe watched Princess and the Frog this week.
Good for him.
Wow. Wait, Gabe watches the most random shit.
Now, let's look at
Gabe,
Gabe's
Gabe will
history.
Gabe will just have one review a month, and it's like the Princess of the Frog.
So this is what he's reacted to this year: Inception, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Good Will Hunting, Not Another Teen Movie, Whiplash, Green Book, Shutter Island, Catch Me If You Can, The Prestige, The Social Network, Baby Driver, Air, Rush Hour 2, Batman Begins, Dark Knight, That's My Boy, Black Panther, The Minecraft Movie, and Princess and the Frog.
That's my boy in the Big 25.
He gave it a 2 stars. 2012 movie. Oh
On
boy.
December 28th, 2024, he watched the 1973 Robin Hood movie.
Why? You gave it a 2 stars.
His
What do you
favorite,
got to
or his
hate
first
about the
movie ever.
1973 Robin Hood?
What you know about it?
Why do you give it a 2 stars though? What's like offensively bad about that? Wait, he gave The Nightmare Before Christmas a 2 stars?
What?
Whoa.
What?
Opinion
What?
invalidated.
Yeah, this is a wrong. Usually I don't call opinions wrong, but this one's wrong.
Alright, guys, Retard just dropped.
You give Napoleon Dynamite a 3 stars? Okay.
Well, I've got to look at his diary now. He doesn't even have a top
He gave
4.
No Country for Old Men a 2 stars?
He did?
Yeah. Deadpool
He
Wolverine
probably
3 stars?
He gave Alien
his movie
Romulus
still
two
in
and a
the wait.
half.
Wow.
That's crazy. Alien Romulus 2.5 stars.
He gave Hustle a whole 5 stars? Really?
Bro gave Blue Beetle a higher rating than Alien Romulus.
No. He gave Good Will Hunting a 2.5?
Whoa.
Hey, we need to talk.
Yeah, we need to get this void in here.
We got to get Gabe on here.
Give a social network only a 3.5. I guess that's not that as bad, but what? Dark Knight only 4 stars? Are we
He gave
serious?
Air the fucking oh
He
god.
gave Air higher than the Dark Knight
He gave
and
Air higher than
Good Will Hunting.
Interstellar.
Or what do you give Interstellar?
Gave Interstellar 4 stars.
Oh, at least he gave 12 Angry Men a 5. He gave the okay. So he gave the Minecraft movie higher stars than Good Will Hunting,
That's crazy.
and he gave the Princess and the
I,
Frog higher than Good Will
I,
Hunting. Anyway, we're getting off track.
Yeah, I don't have much else to say.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up. I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
Yeah, final thoughts. I think
for me.
we've kind of hit it already.
Good movie, 10 out of 10.
Scores and all that. Yeah, 10 out of 10. 5 stars.
10. Not quite to A New Hope 11, but you know.
Rose
Maybe when I
glazing.
use this episode just to glaze A New Hope again.
All right,
I'm sorry,
Ryan, you want to
dude.
hit us with the
That movie's
outro?
so good.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Be ready for me and Nate's solo reviews of all the extended universe Star Wars shit coming out in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I would say
Join
Noah's
us next
too, but
weekend
Noah
if you
doesn't.
want.
Sorry. I thought you were done.
No, it doesn't participate. Join us
I
next
can
week.
participate. Wait, hold on. This was involuntary. You just excluded me
All
from
right,
this for no reason.
do you want to go watch Ahsoka then, Noah?
No. I want to watch Ahsoka.
You got to pick
I
something.
thought you were gonna. No, I thought it was gonna be like I would like review like Rogue One or something.
I mean, you can. I'll bite the bullet for Ahsoka, and you can take Rogue One.
We can all watch Rogue One.
What if I watch Solo and just shit on it?
Well, I think Ryan
I mean,
already
you
recorded
can.
Solo.
I
Oh,
didn't.
and then
I was about
I would have to
to.
I would have to watch Solo though.
Me when I have to watch
Yeah, it wasn't a
Solo.
fun game.
Dude, I literally sat on my phone for like half of Solo. It was so boring.
It took me 3 days to finish Solo.
Dude, no. And here's the thing. I was already at the point. No, I marathon all the Disney movies in one day. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. And I was already Solo was like right before I started the sequel trilogy, and I was like, man, I wish I was doing something else with my day. Because I knew the impending doom of the sequel trilogy was coming, and the movie I was watching was already shit. I was hoping that Solo was like good and fun, so I was like, okay, so I get two good movies there before the sequel trilogy. Nope. And then I thought no, and then I remember going in, I was like, okay, Force Awakens is the good one. Then it was shit. And then so I just wanted to kill myself when I got to Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode.
Yeah, thanks for watching this episode. Join us next weekend if you want, so you can watch Return of the Jedi with us, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes,
have
they
to.
do. Come on, Ryan.
You have to.
Sorry, it's court mandated. You guys will have to watch next episode.
Yeah, you have to watch. You have to watch next episode, or else you'll get jury duty.
No.
I got jury duty one time.
So did I. I got out
Yeah.
of it though.
I
How'd
just
you get out
ignored
of
it.
I just think bro committed a crime.
it?
No.
Did anything
They
happen
sent
from
me a
it?
letter. What?
Wait. Okay, go on.
It was jury duty on a Friday, and I was going to Disneyland that Thursday, so no jury duty.
Man, let me pull out that excuse. Let me just like act like I'm actually going somewhere.
Well,
No,
no,
wait.
this is what
Okay.
this is what my stepdad told me. He's like, so the letter said that my first one got lost in the mail, right, or something. And he's like, that's honestly probably fake, but if it's that important to them, they'll send you a third letter. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And I never got a third letter.
But I guess Noah at some point is gonna record a Rogue One review.
No, I'm not. You know that's not happening. No, I was joking. y'all know that ain't happening.
All right, fair enough. I guess we'll see you guys whenever Ryan decides to record solo.
It'll be at some point, I think. I don't know, maybe.
Bro, I actually had to watch Solo for this. Oh man, I feel bad for you.
I know. I feel bad for myself.
I would have just read the Spark Notes.
That's like the most. I would have just chat GPT to review of it. Mr. GPT, write me a review of Solo
Oh boy.
Here,
and be overly negative.
All right. We're somehow getting off track on the fucking outro now too.
Man, what a very directed episode by Nate here.
And it was still longer than the New Hope episode.
Yeah, because we yapped about nothing that was related to the movie.
We have to at least we yapped about Star Wars.
Yeah,
Solo, a
that's
Star Wars. Solo, a Star Wars story had the potential to be a thrilling deep dive for one of the franchise's most
No, you gotta
beloved-
save it for
No.
you gotta save it for the video. You gotta save it for the
You
video.
just gave it,
No,
that
this
was
is
a that was a trailer. That was a trailer.
That was the trailer. All right.
Dude,
There's
this
a
thing's
teaser.
long.
I'm wrapping it up now. I'm tired.
All right,
All right.
See you guys next
wrap
week.
it up on. It's
Maybe.
over.
Maybe. We all might die in a plane crash.